It's LP Master 6! And we are going to hop right into Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels in Super Mario All-Stars. I would say last time we did the Super Mario Bros. 1 multiplayer with my friend Cole, and now I'm by myself, but that kind of is, that's obvious. Especially if you're watching in a playlist, so you don't really have to say what happened last time. It doesn't even matter that much. But I'm going to shut up so you can listen to this beautiful harp rendition of the underwater theme. Honestly, that might be the most beautiful song in the game. That song is so gorgeous. Now, do you remember how this game didn't come outside of Japan until 1993? Because it was so brutal? Why does it have the most serene, calming, relaxing title theme music? Anyway, after much debate, I will be doing this playthrough as Luigi, because in my original Let's Play on this channel of the original Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, I played most of the game as Mario and then did the last bit as Luigi. We are going to be doing the inverse of that right now. I thought it was regular 1-1. I've played Mario 1 so many times lately. I was trying to get the hidden 1-up. Okay, well, it's going to take me a little bit to get used to the Luigi physics, but time for me to review how well this remake remakes Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which I have a huge passion for. It always frustrates me that this game gets completely overlooked by people, and people think Mario 1 is better. This is just like Mario 1 Plus. Except, I think that this being the first exposure to the Lost Levels actually brings it down a notch and makes people think that, brings it down a notch to a lot of people would have seen otherwise if they had played the original version, which they couldn't do until 2007 without emulators, thanks to the Wii Virtual Console, I might add. But this version, so the original Mario 1 and the Lost Levels had different graphics, and the ending theme was different, which, by the way, that's the only song that's different in this version as well, except for that title theme. Oh wait, there's a 1-up here. I haven't gotten the 1-up in any of these takes. Oops. Well, this version doesn't have any unique music except for the ending theme and the title screen, and that's okay, that's forgivable. But the graphics are the same as Mario 1's remake, and that's kind of a shame. It just makes people view this as DLC or like an expansion pack or something. Which, is fine. It doesn't really take away from the game, but it takes away from the original personality. And there's a specific instance of it later that we'll get into when we get there. But it's at the end of the game. It's the post-game, if you will. So there are a couple of graphical differences from the original version. And by that I mean, like, the level themes won't always be... I'm very frustrated. I took a hit in 1-3. I'm very frustrated. Like, say, if World 2 is night, it might not have been night in the original or something like that. I don't think that's an accurate example, but you get the picture. Not that that matters too much to me or anybody, but Mario Wiki has a list of the changes if you want to go check that out. I'm a big fan of browsing wikis in my spare time. But this does retain all of the gameplay relevant elements and still uses the altered new physics from the Mario 1 remake, of course. So the Luigi physics in this remake are really cool when you hit a brick block and you like go flying in the air basically. If you do it just right. If you do it at an angle, it doesn't slow you down either. But that's kind of hard to pull off. I did it earlier and I wasn't able to replicate it again when I tried it again later. Anyway, oh, we got our fire flower back. Okay, good. I was scared we were going to die too early. But nope, no issues there. And And Luigi is saving the day. Whew, I'm so pumped to be playing through this game. I love this game so much. I'll get into saying it already. I do think this is the definitive version of the Lost Levels, despite everything I said a minute ago about the graphical differences. I mean, those are really minor compared to being able to hear the game and see it so beautifully. And the main change, which I have left you in suspense about, of course, if you're watching this, you probably already know, unless you're somebody like my wife who doesn't really know anything and is just watching it for me. Except my wife doesn't really do that anymore. She hasn't watched my videos since Zelda 2, my 17th Let's Play, and this is my 57th. Oh well, my videos weren't very good back then. I should have listened to her. But, you know, they're hit or miss these days, which is great. Damn, I forgot. I was going to say something else positive about this version. Oh, I was! When you get a game over in the original, you start the whole world over, which is why people think it's so hard. In this version, they made one minor tweak that changed something for a whole lot of people. Even me. I didn't do the infinite lives glitch, which is still possible in this version. Well, it's not really a glitch anymore. It's a trick now. Except you can't, like, bring it into weird graphical glitchy areas, like having the crown and then the red-pink blotch on the screen as your number of lives. So that kind of sucks. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. We don't need wherever that is anyway. I'm not risking my life for it. I'm not wasting my time counter. Because when you get a game over, you only... No! Oh my god! I'm so dumb. I've beaten this game like 100 times. Oh, I'm such a noob. I'm so upset. So upset. So upset. But, so, since you don't have to deal with, as most people say, the bullshit level design just because they're bad at the game, over and over, with so few lives, starting the... you know, every world over. Also, you can save, so that's a big help. You don't have to beat the entire game in one sitting. Well, actually, technically, you can beat it in 2 sittings, if you include the bonus worlds. But that's neither here nor there. I don't actually say neither. I say neither. But I was going to talk about Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. That does have the Lost Levels in it. It's mostly a remake of Mario 1, which has most of the bonus content. But it does include the Lost Levels. But it mostly includes that as a bonus feature. And it brands that as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Kind of ignoring the English name it got here. And honestly, I think that's a better name for what the content is. But as a game... I think for super players gives it the title of, oh, this is literally just a hard mode for Super Mario Bros. 1. Which goes with the theming of people forget about this game and just think it's a worse Mario 1. Which hurts my feelings, and probably Takashi Tezuka's. But it's so weird that they bring this game over to All-Stars, and that's the main reason that they did All-Stars. Well, one of the biggest reasons they did All-Stars. And they take out some of the unique stuff. That just kind of bothers me. But... Luigi! The slippery shoes. I told you it'd take me a while to get used to it. Ooh, that felt good. Oh, but Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, as with the original Mario, has awful screen crunch. It does keep the Luigi physics, but it uses the original Mario 1 graphics. So graphically, it is like the worst version of the Lost Levels. It is worse. I just fucking jumped into Bowser! This is terrible! I was so excited to show off how good I was at this game. So excited. Oh well. We're getting that death counter racked up. Ooh, future me, don't forget to include your multiplayer deaths since you didn't edit those in on the death counter. I've beaten this game without dying, I swear to God. And not only does it graphically suck, comparatively, in Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, but the Lost Levels is also missing its gameplay. It's like probably biggest unique gameplay element. It does include the green springboards, which is nice, but it takes out wind, which is like, oh my fucking God. Are you kidding me? But hey, we get to demonstrate that if you get a game over at a castle level, you don't have to spend 20 minutes doing the full world over again. This is the worst thing I've ever done. Oh my God, this is not a good sign. I swear, I beat this game very recently without getting a game over. I swear, I promise. I don't have proof. But would I lie to you? Do I look like a stalker? But okay, so in case you haven't really seen the game in any capacity, wind is a level mechanic added to the Lost Levels. It's one of the few original level mechanics from Mario 1 that forces the player to be on their toes because their character is going to be constantly moving. You also have to use the wind to your advantage when making jumps, but you can't overshoot it or you'll fall in a pit, you know. It's a pretty good platforming mechanic, even though lots of people like to disagree. They take that out of Deluxe, but like it couldn't have been that hard to program because they programmed it perfectly fine in 1986. But nope, not in the game. Also, I think I mentioned it before in Mario 1, they take out worlds 9A, B, C, and D in Deluxe, but they're in the games ROM? Yeah, no. That with the screen crunch, worst version of the Lost Levels in my opinion. I don't know, it might be better than the original. Because it might, I'm almost positive. I've only beaten that version once. That if you get a game over, you start the whole world over, but you start with more lives, I think, or something like that. Just like this version, that's another plus to this version to make it easier for Western audiences. So, you know, that's nice. And the game over thing where you start on the level, that's also the same if you save and quit. Your save file is per level, not per world, which is great. Like, that's also a phenomenal feature. Oh, I love the green springs. I love them so much. Oh my God. Whoa, okay. I think there's a warp zone if you go past the flagpole there, which you can do with Mario or Luigi. Normally you can only do it with Luigi, but with a spring you can do it with Mario. I love how many enemies they put in that little level card. Like, yeah. Get ready, bitch. I'm sorry, that's cringy. I do a lot of cringy humor when I'm being recorded. I think that means I'm cringy at heart. Like, if I were to edit, script what I'm saying, I would have never said, yeah, get ready, bitch. I just fell in a pit in a water level. Really? How long's it been? Oh, only 14 minutes. Okay, I'm cool with that. Oh, the cats are trying to get in my room, but I barricaded the door so they cannot. So you won't hear me like in my Link's Awakening videos where you hear the door opening constantly, and then I have to cut, get up, and kick the cat out. You know, I would let the cats in if they didn't A, chew on the cords or knock everything over, and B, want out immediately again. Classic cats. For those who don't know, I have 12 cats. We have 6 litter boxes, and I have to scoop them twice a day. Actually, I stopped scooping them twice a day. I tell everybody I scoop them twice a day, but honestly, there's not that much at night. So I just scoop it in the morning. There's 6 of them. I mean, they seem just fine with it. I do have to go to the vet tomorrow, take Morris when my wife gets home from her class and then therapy appointment. Because Morris still has a bladder infection. He's had a bladder infection for like a month and a half. And it's like the symptoms are on and off. So he's going to get a very good antibiotic shot. So, everybody, I want you to pray for Morris. Just kidding. I have no right to tell you to pray for anything. I'm an atheist. Also, I believe, honestly, this is a controversial opinion, just like my opinion on gender, which, honestly, I'd like to reiterate, in case you didn't watch the multiplayer video. Also, I'm not judging anybody. They can do whatever they want. I think it's hard to wrap my brain around the idea of you making your gender related to Splatoon or specific Splatoon characters. Like, that's just... I don't get that, but I'm not going to judge you for it. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say I didn't laugh the first time I saw it. I thought it was a joke. And I'm just... Now, I used to laugh at other people for pretty much doing anything that I didn't do. Now, it's just kind of... I get confused. And I feel like prayer is kind of in the same vein as gender, as weird as this is going to sound. In that I feel like it makes people powerless. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with either of them, the idea of gender or prayer. I think, in my philosophy, they just take people away from... People take power away from themselves. That, and with gender, they have to fit into they're trying to fit into a label, when I think it's healthier for yourself to be your own label. You don't need a label. And I wish people would realize that. It's like beauty standards. That frustrates me. The makeup industry is abhorrent to me. Not only do they test on animals, well, not as much these days, but lots of companies still do. But, just the idea, like, people like my mom and my grandma, like, when I go to visit them, their son, I've seen them. I came out of my mother, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry I don't have makeup on. And they think they're ugly because they don't have a little foundation on or something. That makes me so sad that culture has taught these people, women, who have been, this was not meant to become a political discussion or a social justice warrior podcast. So I'm sorry. I'm a white male just trying to play some Mario. I'm sorry. That's okay. In Wrecking Crew, I went on a rant about how veganism is the way to go when I was eating meat before every recording session. Ah, the good old days. And then somebody said, yeah, I really like your Wrecking Crew gameplay, but I could do without the narcissistic veganism rant. That was exactly the response I hoped for. Also, okay, so people think, it's weird that there's green piranha plants in Mario 1. They forget that red piranha plants stem from the Lost Levels. And I find it really odd that piranha plants these days are normally red, but they act like green piranha plants in the original. So thanks, Mario 3, for that. Wait. Yeah, that's accurate, right? Yeah. Sorta. No, there's green piranha plants. Most of the regular piranha plants are green in Mario 1. Oh god, this is where the game picks up in difficulty, right here. Hearing this in these HyperX Cloud gaming headphones just, makes me appreciate it so much more. Like I said, I haven't had good headphones in years. I don't listen to music with headphones much anymore, honestly. I only killed that guy because it felt good. I felt powerful. Unlike a child who is being tickled. That's another thing that bothers me. People, like, really conservative people just don't pay attention to, like, theories that they think are bizarre. Like, my sister, when she first became a mother, my eldest sister, was telling us while the family was going out to eat, and she was talking about how being tickled makes children feel powerless, and I was interested in this scientific study, but then my family thought she was joking and laughed at her, and so she just kind of became quiet. but I should have reassured her that it was okay. I don't know, I think about that a lot. Like, and I still tickle my nieces and nephews, and I think, should I not do this? Because, you know, they act like they like it, but I don't know if they don't. I don't think it bothers most kids, right? Unless you do it too much. I don't know the research. Can somebody comment and tell me? I don't know. Ow, Jesus. Oh, I'm hungry. Honestly, I want to be straight up real with you, my brothers. Just showing you that's there. Oh, okay, we're good. I haven't had a meal in like 3 days. Unless you count broccoli. But that's only because I'm too lazy to wash dishes. I say I'm too lazy to wash dishes, but I've been thinking about that more. That's definitely a good chunk of the reason. That, and I'm absolutely repulsed by dishes. I'm so upset with myself. I was thinking, do I want to stop on it? And I thought, nah, that's too risky. Is this our second game over? Oh, little angry. It's not that I have a weak stomach or anything. It's just I'm not really a germaphobe from the, like, I could be diagnosed with a phobia from it. It's just I'm really weird about that sort of thing. I used to not care at all. I used to keep the same cup in the fridge, and I would refill it. I wouldn't, like, rinse it or anything. I would just refill it with chocolate milk. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not mad at the game. I'm mad at myself for not remembering it. Alright, to be fair, for a first-time player, that is kind of bullshit. Right. Like, I just top off the chocolate milk, and it would get these gross, like, chocolate milk residue at the top. It was disgusting. And I never understood why my dad was like, that is disgusting. You need to wash out your cup. I was like, no, it's okay. And my mom was like, it's fine. Well, I don't know why she thought that was fine. I would never do that now. Of course, I don't drink out of cups anymore, so I just drink bottled water. I should start using our water filter, but we still haven't put that up. We've lived here for almost a year now. We moved in late July. I should have known that was coming. I did know that was coming. My gameplay is not, as the kids would say, on point fleek today. Oh god. Okay, I need to stop obsessing over trying to show you how good I am at the game, because it's clearly not working out. Clearly not that good today. I just need to enjoy the ride. One thing I do like about this version of the game... See, this is a good example. Now that the game over system lets you restart the level, even though so many, like, I'd say probably half of the levels in this game don't have checkpoints. Because that's the only difference between dying and getting a game over, really. It's like, if there's a checkpoint in the level and you die, you go back to the checkpoint. If you get a game over, you start the whole level over. Yeah, okay, I'm changing my opinion to Luigi is hard mode. I said that in my original Lost Levels, even though everybody said Luigi was easy mode. I think Luigi's much harder, honestly. Because he's harder to control. Or maybe I said it backwards. I don't remember. My opinion on this changes a lot. My opinion on a lot of things changes a lot. That's not that's not a good sentence to say. Oh my god. Oh, sit gamer moves. Jeez. Alright, I love how, like, by the time you reach World 4, everything in the game is harder than everything in Mario 1. It's so ridiculous. I love it. It's beautiful. Oh, actually, I'm going to split the video here, because we are at 24-ish minutes. There was no need for me to do that. I'm doing it all in one sitting. All right. Goodbye, you LP Master 6 sites. It's been LP Master 6.